So what is the 1+1 program? Now it might sound a little complicated at first, but chances are that their visa or their study permit might get rejected because it's... So if that is your aim as well and you want to get the Canadian PR at some point in the future, what's up YouTube, it's Shivansh here and welcome back to my channel. If this is the first time that you're watching any of my videos, then my name is Shivansh and I live in Toronto, Canada. And I make a lot of useful videos about studying and working in Canada. So if you are a new immigrant or an international student in Canada, then I have so many useful videos for you on this YouTube channel. So make sure to check it out, you will not be disappointed. So if you are thinking about studying in Canada or if you are already in Canada pursuing a one-year course, then you must have heard about the 1+1 program. And how is it better than doing just a one-year course? So don't worry, in this video I will tell you everything that you need to know about the 1+1 program in Canada. What are some of its advantages, what are some disadvantages, and every single thing that you need to do if you want to opt for the 1+1 program. So make sure to quickly hit the subscribe button and the bell icon and let's get right into it. So what is the 1+1 program? Now it might sound a little complicated at first, but actually it is not that complicated at all. A 1+1 program basically means that instead of taking a single one-year course, you actually take two courses which are both 1 year long. So the total duration of your studies in Canada will be 2 years, and during this time frame you will do two courses, one course in your first year and another course in your second year. Now there are many advantages of doing the 1+1 program, and one of the biggest advantages is that if you do a 1+1 program, you will be eligible for a 3-year postgraduate work permit as compared to doing just a single 1-year course, in which case you will only get a 1-year postgraduate work permit. And this is one of the biggest reasons why most international students opt for the 1+1 program, because as an international student, yes, of course we want to come to Canada and get that international experience and exposure to the world, but at the same time for most students we also want to get that Canadian PR or the Canadian permanent residency sometime in the future and maybe settle down in Canada. So if that is your aim as well and you want to get the Canadian PR at some point in the future, then having a 3-year postgraduate work permit will be super useful for you, because you will get a lot of time to get that Canadian experience under your belt and get enough points in order to qualify for a Canadian PR. The next advantage of doing a 1+1 program is that for your second course you can actually choose something that you are really passionate about, that you always wanted to do and you want to build your career in. For example, some students have arts or commerce background, but they actually want to change their field and they want to pursue maybe software development or something in IT. But most of these students are not really able to choose a course that they really want to pursue because it's not directly related to their previous education or their prior work experience. And even if they somehow get an offer letter from their college for that specific course, chances are that their visa or their study permit might get rejected because it's not related to their prior education. So in this case, what you can do is you can pursue the first course that is related to your previous education and your work experience, and once you finish that course, for your second course you can actually choose something that you are really passionate about, that you want to build your career in, and that will help you switch careers or move to a profession that actually interests you. Another advantage is that even though you'll be doing two 1-year courses, you will only have to pay GIC once and you will only have to apply for your study permit once, and that is for the very first course that you choose to do in Canada. Once you are already in Canada and you're doing your first course, when you apply for the second course, you will not have to submit another GIC and you will also not have to apply for another study permit or a study visa. All you need to do is apply for a study permit extension, which is not that complicated as compared to what you did when you first came to Canada for your first course. And I'll be going over some details on how to apply for a study permit extension later in this video, so make sure to watch this video till the very end. Okay, now let's also talk about some disadvantages of doing the 1+1 program. I guess the biggest disadvantage of doing the 1+1 program is that it might get a little stressful or time consuming to find the second course that you want to do. And this is because when you first come to Canada as an international student, during the first few months you have so many things on your plate that you have to do. For example, you'll have to find accommodation and then apply for your social insurance number, and then also start looking for jobs and start working because you want to start earning as soon as possible in order to support your expenses while you are in Canada. So all these things take a lot of time, and in the middle of all this you will also have to start searching for your second course as soon as possible, so that when the time comes and when you have to apply, you know exactly which course or which college you need to apply to, so that you don't waste any of your time later on when you actually have to apply and get your study permit extension. And the second disadvantage of a 1+1 program could be that it'll be more expensive than doing just a single 1-year course. So if you choose to do a single 1-year course, then you will have to pay approximately $18,000 to $20,000 for your entire course. But if you choose to do a 1+1 program, then you'll essentially be doing 2 courses and it'll cost you almost the double amount, or $36,000 to $40,000 for the entire duration of both the courses, or for 2 years. But the good thing is that you don't have to pay the entire fee at once. You only have to pay the full fee for the first course that you choose before you come to Canada. And for the second course, you might be able to pay the fee in 2 parts or for each semester separately. But this thing you will have to check with your college if they allow you to do that. If they do, then that's great, because in that case you can earn while you are studying and save up some money for the tuition fee for your next semester. Okay, now let's talk about some additional points that you need to consider if you are planning to do the 1+1 program. Very first thing is, when is the right time to apply for the second course? Now, in my opinion, you should start looking for the second course as soon as you land in Canada, or at least in the first couple of months of landing in Canada. So once you have shortlisted the course that you want to do and the college that you want to study in, you need to keep an eye on when the college starts accepting applications for your specific course, and you need to submit your application as soon as possible so that you can reserve your seat for that course, because seats get filled out really quickly, especially for the courses that are really popular amongst the international students. The second thing is that make sure to apply to at least 2 courses or 2 colleges, because just in case if you are not able to get into the course that is your first preference, you have something to fall back on. Because the last thing that you ever want to do is spend money on a course that you don't even want to do or that you're not even interested in doing. So make sure to have a few options ready just in case something doesn't work out. And just in case if you're confused about what to choose for your second course, or just in general how to choose a course to study in Canada, then don't worry, I have a detailed video on my YouTube channel. Make sure to check this video out, because it'll give you a basic framework on how to choose the best course in Canada and how to do the proper research so that you can choose a course that is going to be the most beneficial for you. Okay, now how to apply for a study permit extension. Now honestly, it is not all that complicated at all. It is a fairly straightforward process. All you need is the acceptance letter or the offer letter from the college that you're applying to, and also all the receipts that you have received from your college for all the tuition fees that you have paid for your second course. Once you have both these things, you just need to go to Canada's immigration website and apply for a study permit extension. I will also leave a link to the website in the description box below, so make sure to check it out, read through it and apply for your study permit extension. It's not going to be super complicated. And if you want, you can also reach out to the agent who had helped you with your visa process when you applied for your first course to study in Canada, and they can also help you out with applying for a study permit extension. But honestly, it's not that complicated and you can do it by yourself as well. But please keep in mind that as per the government of Canada, you need to apply for your study permit extension at least 30 days before your previous study permit expires. But I would personally recommend you to apply for your study permit extension as soon as you get your offer letter or your acceptance letter, and as soon as you pay for your fees for your second course. Okay, and another question that a lot of people keep on asking is that whether you should do a single 2-year course or should you go for the 1+1 program. And my answer to that is that if you are able to find a single 2-year course that you are passionate about, that you want to build your career in, then you can just go for it. But if you don't find such a course, and if you want to come to Canada and explore different courses or explore a different career path, then you can definitely consider the 1+1 program. Ultimately, it all depends on your preference. Alright, so that's all I have for you guys for today. If you have any questions, then feel free to leave them in the comment section below and I'll be happy to answer them all. Also, feel free to follow me on Instagram at Singla119. We are a family of over 70k now, and I post a lot of useful content on Instagram as well, so make sure to follow me at Singla119. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, make sure to hit the subscribe button and the bell icon so that you don't miss out on any updates from my channel. I'll see you guys in the next video.